YouTube, what's going on today, man? It's your boy, Army Guy. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the Battlefield Portal that they talked about at the EA Live event last week. But over the weekend, I got an email that provided me with a little bit more detail and some better talking points so I can make this video. So I'm making this video now because I have a little bit more to go on. And so we're gonna just drop right in here and start reading some stuff. Community Battlefield Portal is a community-driven platform within Battlefield 2042. So, community-driven, what they mean by that is they're giving you the tools and things necessary to build your own matches and a logic editor, so you can put certain parameters on those matches. You can tweak like team ratios, victory conditions, restrict certain weapons because you're going to have access to weapons from all over. We'll get into that here a little bit later. Even put different factions from different eras of Battlefield's history against one another. So like Battlefield 1942, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 2042, Battlefield Bad Company 2. You can pit all of those different types of factions against one another in your own game under this Battlefield Portal. And you can use weapons from all four of those games, all of those games that I just listed. Weapons and vehicles will be available to you for use in your own games that you create with this, and you can restrict certain certain vehicles, certain weapons, like the EOD bots and stuff that you got. I think it was in Battlefield 3. You can turn those off, you can turn those on, all kinds of stuff there. And this is all available on top of the content that comes out with Battlefield 2042. So the several maps that are available with Battlefield 42, along with all the weapons and ammo types and lethals and non-lethals and all of that stuff, the classes, it'll all be made available with the class system that they have for Battlefield 2042, where you'll have a specific type of soldier, and then you can build a loadout to that soldier depending on what their strengths and weaknesses are. That's all part of Battlefield 2042 with its main setup. Battlefield Portal is where you can create those games however you see fit. The factions, like I said earlier, for the first time in franchise history, you can battle across different Battlefield eras, choosing which soldiers, weapons, and vehicles can compete in the battlefield. Want to pit a 1942 team against foes outfitted with modern weaponry and tech and whatnot. Using Battlefield 2042 settings, you can disable/enable players' ability to even aim down sights. This is what I'm talking about. You can change whether or not somebody can aim down sights or if they have to hip fire the whole time. You can even change whether or not they go prone. You can switch off health regen. You can change the ability whether or not somebody regens after being hit or if they have to go and do something about it. The visibility is one. If you want to create a more hardcore mode experience for your players, why not disable everyone's heads-up display and minimap? You can turn off all aspects of a game. Well, you can control the max number of players for each team, as well as which weapons everyone has access to, creating as much balance or chaos your heart desires. Why not pit 10 players armed with assault rifles against 50 players armed with knives? Come on, people. It is literally a battle editor. You can create whatever game type you want. It does say, and they did say live, that you would not be able to do a battle royale mode. There are rumors on that. We'll touch on that closer to the end of the video here, but you could essentially create like a zombies mode. All live players, right? Kind of like they did years ago with the PUBG stuff. You could possibly create your own zombies mode. You could do a knives versus defib, as they show in the video here. You could do modern era versus World War II. You could do tanks versus EOD. I would imagine with this kind of level of detail, you could probably set it to where it's headshots only. Only headshots are going to take out the enemy team. Battlefield Portal, you will be able to create experiences for other players to join, where you can run custom games or preset modes such as Conquest, Team, Deathmatch, Rush, and other fan favorites available at launch. When creating experiences, you can also add AI soldiers as a team or select to use them as backfill, meaning when you launch the experience, AI will fill out that match. So you can opt out using AI soldiers entirely in Battlefield Portal. So there again, you can create a game mode. Like I was just saying here, I'm going to use my zombies one for an effect because it's not technically going to be zombies, but you could set up a whole AI team of players to go against actual players and say their max health is way higher than the team that plays, but they have no weapons. And it can be an AI team, or it can be a whole team of actual people. You can create all kinds of different scenarios. You just, sky's the limit, basically. Imagination, use it. This game mode right here is changing the entire face of FPS. Community experiences are created when you make a match, and you will remain online while the experience has players active. At launch, you can also expect basic admin tools usable by creators, which gives the ability to ban usernames, which continue across experiences you create. So like, somebody comes in as a bot or is cheating, you ban them. You make another game, another experience, they're still banned from that one. If you end up liking another player's experience, you can follow that player to keep track of when they're running matches. So this is cool. So you find a game mode that you like and you follow that creator. And that creator runs a specific game mode, or they run, quote unquote, for a lack of a better term, tournament or something like that on one of their game modes. You will be notified of it and you can join that. As a creator, you'll be able to share your own creations and give others permission to build upon them with their settings and logic edits. So, like, you play on one map that somebody created and you like it, somebody else, or even yourself, could add on to this map, make this map even better or even bigger, or have this thing because you know how to do this and they didn't think of it. You can team up. You can get groups of people together to make a completely one-off setup. Portal is going to be where it's at. I think this is a game killer here. This is a game changer, and it's going to kill a lot of games. I think it's insane. Some of the most creative and popular player-created experiences will be featured in official curated playlist, making it convenient for you to find fun and inventive new matches when you load into Portal. So you're going to have, it's going to be browsable. It's not going to be something that you have to put out there by word of mouth. Your stuff is popular enough, it's going to be in a playlist that people can just flip over with their controller or their mouse, say, let's play on this playlist, let's find a match in there. Well, anyone can use the logic editor. The logic editor is aimed at those who have prior knowledge of visual scripting logic. So it's out there for anybody. You could, not having any kind of history on logic editors at all, like myself, I've never done anything with that. You can load this logic editor up and feel your way around it and create something. You're not gonna like damage anything. It is aimed at people who have experience, but anyone can use it. So you don't have to worry about breaking your game or anything like that by playing with the logic editor. Just hopefully be able to delete it or something. I don't know what their plan is there, but that's what it seems like it's going. Right here it says, while the settings will allow you to change many specific conditions with the flick of a switch, the logic editor will let you define rules, victory conditions, consequences of specific in-game events, like setting a reward or punishment for a player scoring a kill, and even more to create custom game modes that aren't possible to create with the setting alone. You know, that more on how much you can change on this. Ability to share your experiences with community through an experience link or URL, giving fellow players the power to share that experience or even remix it with their own additions. So you're gonna have, you create something, you're gonna have an actual link that's given to you that you can share that link out. Progression in Battlefield 2042 is synchronized and will allow you to contribute to your experiences and gains by playing throughout various available game modes. So you're not just progressing by playing the regular base Battlefield 2042. If you play in Portal and you're playing on custom matches, your progression carries through, and it keeps on carrying through, back and forth. It doesn't matter. I think that's amazing. That just is one of the coolest things ever that Battlefield could have done. The reimagined classics. These are the maps that they're bringing into Battlefield Portal from previous games. Like I said, there were three previous games that they're bringing content, updated content, reimagined content back for this new game. that includes maps. So the popular maps that they are pulling from, we're going to start with Battlefield 1942 first. We got Battle of the Bulge and El Alamein. I'm not sure if that's exactly how you say it. El Alamein is how I'm going to say it. Both of those maps are coming over. We got Battlefield Bad Company 2. We got 2 maps. We got Arica Harbor and Valparaiso. I hope I said that right because I don't know. Those 2 are coming over from Bad Company 2. From Battlefield 3, we have Caspian Border and the Nushahar Canals. Nushahar Canals. Those maps there, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 maps are going to be made available on top of the maps that are included with Battlefield 2042. The new maps. Several maps that come with that. As far as the weapons that are coming over from the reimagined stuff, we got 40 plus weapons from 3 theaters of war: M1 Garand, Panzerschreck, G3, and M416, and more. We got 40 plus vehicles across 3 theaters of war. The Spitfire and the B-17 bomber make their return alongside modern hardware such as the quad bike and a Little Bird. We got 30 plus gadgets from 3 theaters of war. Reconnaissance items such as a MAV, a radio beacon will be available as gadget selections alongside a defib and an EOD bot. Soldiers, the return of factions to Battlefield Portal will also mean that we are bringing back soldier archetypes as you know them to be within their relevant titles. As an example, Battlefield 3's Assault, Engineer, Support, and Recon roles make their return in Battlefield Portal. All of this is alongside the Battlefield 2042 class setup, so you can use a Battlefield 2042 class setup and set up your guy with a specific loadout, or you can use like Battlefield 3's setup. So you got like Assault, Engineer, Recon, and Support roles, and they each have their own accessibility to specific weapons and gear per their role. That was the main gist of everything that I wanted to cover, though. I just really wanted to cover how diverse Battlefield Portal is going to end up being, and how diverse you as the creator could make it. I think that this is going to be a hell of a setup. This is going to be the top dog. The Battlefield Portal thing is going to be top dog. There's no way anybody's really going to top that anytime soon. So hopefully they don't mess up the game like gunplay. If gunplay is terrible, this game's not going to. It has to have good gunplay, but we're talking about Battlefield. Battlefield has always had pretty decent gameplay. I mean, it's few and far between that you have complaints about how Battlefield plays out. Like I said earlier on in the video, there is a 3rd mode that is coming out with launch. They haven't announced exactly what it is. They just announced that there is going to be 3 modes. So you got Battlefield 2042 with its regular team deathmatch, conquest, the usual. And then you've got Battlefield Portal, where you can create your very own game mode, or play on other created game modes, custom matches, follow people, and all of everything that I just described in this video. The 3rd game mode that's going to be coming out, to my understanding, is going to be coming out at launch, is going to be called Hazard Zone. Hazard Zone is rumored to be their version of a Battle Royale type setup, which I think is very accurate. My opinion is if they're a FPS game and they're not entertaining the idea of a Battle Royale mode in some way, I think they're going to be missing the ball there, because Battle Royale games are such a huge piece of the market right now that I think people would end up playing this game as like a side note, but would want to continue playing their Battle Royale games. But it is specifically stated that the Portal cannot create a Battle Royale type mode. So that tells me that they didn't want to infringe upon their 3rd game mode being a Battle Royale. So that's how I see it there. And that's pretty much going to do it on the Battlefield 2042 news this time around, guys. If you like the video, make sure you leave a like on it down below, and comment what your views are on whether or not the Hazard Zone is going to be a Battle Royale or not. And you let me know what you think of the Portal. If you think it's going to be something that's a game changer like I do, I think it's a game changer. Or if you think it's dumb and it shouldn't be done. and Battlefield should stay classic. Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to always check me out here right on this channel. I stream live every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. We play a lot of FPS, but all different types of genres of games. I play single player games, horror games. I play battle royales. I play open world survivals. I play all kinds of stuff. And I'm getting into the news aspect of pretty much all types of games. I'm going to start bringing you stuff coming up. So the next video I'm looking at doing is going to be on a game that's been out, was pulled to be reworked, and is coming back out. I think that game is going to be really awesome. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned and come on back to check out any further videos that I may do here. And thanks for coming out. Until next time, get one of these. Peace.